Ta-da! Hello, everybody. We are live here on Shacknews Twitch. We're about to be streaming this Tesla Robotaxi event, which is just getting the pre-thing is getting started, I guess. If you want to look,
Yeah.
If you want to take a look at what we're watching here, this is it. This is what it looks like. So that's something. I don't know, do we need to keep watching this, or
Much AI?
Yeah, that's AI as fuck right there. That's super AI.
Oh man, that's the Windows. You're playing music back in.
That is AI
2002.
visualized.
Yeah, you're right. That's media player visualizations from like 2002.
Oh, it is. You're right. Damn, that takes me back.
But yeah, we're gonna react to this. God, I don't know how long this is. It's either gonna be like a battery day style event that takes forever, or it's gonna be like one of those where he like almost rushes off the stage crying at the end of it streams. So it's, I don't know. Maybe we should place our bets. Over under on Wii Robot wasn't available. No. Oh, you mean WII? No, Nintendo's not making a robot. They're making alarm clocks. That's the future.
You know, like they do.
This looks like what it looked like after the villain in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate killed everybody.
Oh,
This
This is on YouTube.
It is?
Yeah.
It is? Can you send me the
Yeah.
link? I'll swap it out. I had no idea. So they must have listened. They're like, it's gonna look like crap if you only stream it on Twitter.
Here, it's on Tesla's YouTube.
Huh, I'll be damned.
It's also
I was
supposed to
told.
be on. No, yeah, that's right.
I was told it was only going to be on Twitter because Twitter was the future of the internet.
Everything up.
Yeah,
Okay,
right?
cool. I'm good now. I'm good.
Yeah, I switched it over. It does look materially better. It's not even funny. God, Twitter is so horrible, you guys.
The Everything app doesn't have enough subscribers these days.
It's asking me to subscribe, like, all the time. There's like a persistent subscribe button at the top of your mobile feed. I don't know if you've noticed it.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's like, I don't want to subscribe, Elon.
It asks me every single time I mute or block somebody. It asks me if I want to subscribe.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
no.
every time you block an ad provider, it will do that for sure. Yep, so here's that generic electronic music that Tesla events are... It's like their go-to move. But yeah, Elon Musk is always late for this shit, too. It's not even, like, charmingly late. It's, like, 30 minutes to an hour late. Which is annoying. Also, like, why is this happening so late at night? I guess in California it's not that late. What, it's like 7 o'clock in California?
It's 7 o'clock my time, yeah. So it's not terribly late.
But it's also after the stock market, even after hours trading has stopped. So the market cannot react to this until tomorrow morning.
It's definitely not anything anyone wants to be doing for 2 to 3 hours on a Thursday night.
No, I have the football game up on my big screen because like I need something to keep me going.
I got lucky. The hockey game ended 20 minutes before it started. So
I mean, you got lucky because did the Leafs win at least?
they did. They beat their old coach.
Yeah.
I'm bouncing around between baseball and football, which, Asif, how about those Cleveland Guardians?
Did they win?
They did win.
Oh, well, that's good. I'm trying to do my part, Ozzy, by not even watching their games. Because last time I went to a Cleveland baseball team game, they lost in Game 7 of the World Series. So ever since then, I've kind of felt like I should do my part by not even acknowledging the team.
You relive that moment every day as people share the GIF.
I have that animated GIF for sure. But yeah, like I did that with Michigan last year. Like they won the national title. I didn't watch a single game. I watched them after the fact. So yeah, I'm applying that to the Guardians here. I don't know, man. Have you seen? It's like the payroll of the Detroit Tigers was less than the payroll for one pitcher on the Astros. So it's like I can't help but like I appreciate the Tigers. Like whoever wins out of the Tigers and the Guardians, I'll support them going forward. But like, yeah, I want the Guardians to win.
The Dodgers have a a payroll higher than every other team by a lot, and they had to go to a bullpen game yesterday.
Yeah.
They haven't spent that money entirely wisely.
No, they don't. I don't know. I got thoughts about LA sports teams. Not Anaheim sports teams, mind you, just LA sports teams.
No, I believe you.
But yeah, the Dodgers, man. That's a frustrating team to root for.
Oh yeah, they are. That's why I stopped rooting. That's why I stopped rooting for them for a long time.
I can't imagine having to do that. I'd be like, no. But yeah, I want the Guardians to win. It's good for the city. It's fun having teams that are good. This is actually the first time, I don't know in how long, that the Guardians, the baseball team, the Cavs, and the Browns all made the playoffs in the same calendar year.
You have to emphasize calendar year because the Browns are not doing anything like that.
Doing it this season. No. Joe Flacco is in Indiana now. That's not happening. Sweet. We got this sweet Elon Musk electronic music. I'm gonna actually lower his audio.
So he's really going to be late to his own thing.
Always. He's perpetually late to his own thing.
I feel like he was super late to the Cybertruck thing a long time ago.
Yes, he was.
Speaking of which, I swear there was a Cybertruck off to the side in this little thing, but it was all blurry and poorly rendered and looked worse than a regular Cybertruck.
So it was the Halo Studios logo?
Yeah.
Can we talk about how terrible the Halo Studios logo is?
It's not great.
It doesn't even, I'm like, it doesn't even say Halo. But yeah.
It doesn't even use the iconic Halo O.
Yeah. It doesn't even have a Halo in it.
Ridiculous, man. Utterly ridiculous.
I don't have a single pair of headphones with a mic. I'm trying to headphone my phone, but I can't. I have no wired headphones with a mic. I'm running around the house. Everything's wireless or USB.
I'm
Halo O's. Halo O's are my favorite licensed breakfast cereal.
Halo O's.
There's a warthog marshmallow.
Didn't Halo have a cereal at one point?
They had to have, right?
Yeah.
They went through that era.
Yeah, they had to. In the early 2000s, there had to have been a Halo cereal. If there wasn't, what are you doing, Microsoft?
It's no Nintendo cereal system, but I bet it was alright.
But on the back of the box, it's no Nintendo cereal system, but it's all right.
That's Ozzy's box quote.
Yeah, that's his box
cereal
quote.
should have box quotes.
I could have sworn they used to.
You know how WWE Ozzy after premium live events, they have those press conferences?
Yeah.
And everyone has entrance music at press conferences?
Which is the most ridiculous thing, by the way.
No, that should be everywhere. I think every sport should do that. You should have entrance music for post-game press conferences. That's
God, the NBA would eat that up.
Right? LeBron comes in, not like us plays. I could see it. Anyway, we're just going to talk about things that are more interesting than Elon Musk until he shows up.
Whenever he shows up in an hour or two.
He's eating into his bloviating time, so I don't know what's going on here. It's either he's done too much ketamine or not enough. We'll find out soon enough. It's always the same, just this electronic music. It's always this.
Something he doesn't have to pay rights for, right?
Probably. It's probably from our list.
That sweet royalty-free music.
I mean, we pay for the music that we use in all of our stuff. It's you pay for the right to have royalty-free music. It's weird, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think you're probably right, Ozzy. He's probably not paying for this. Or maybe he made it back when Grimes had that studio that he was making electronic music in.
Oh, that's right.
That was super awkward. So this is in California.
Yeah.
In Burbank
The
at the
movie
WB
lot.
Studios.
Yeah. The reason I mention that is that's not where their factory is. So I have a
There's probably
I have
some
a-
shenanigans going on.
I have a strong doubt that this is a even remotely close to final version of a product. You know what I mean? Like, I think we're probably witnessing something that's alpha, right?
Wasn't he emphasizing how much he can't wait to not do business in California anymore?
yeah, he was. He's talked all about
Yep.
that. And then yet he has a design lab in, I want to say Hawthorne, Aussie, and then SpaceX is also around there. And they still have the Fremont factory up north in the Bay Area. So yeah, he's not doing a good job of that whole not being in California thing. But they do have their big ass plant in Texas now, and they have their battery factory in Nevada. I think they have some other Nevada plant that they opened. But yeah, they're trying to move. They moved their headquarters, so their headquarters is now in Austin. But yeah, I don't know. I understand the desire to leave California, but his reasons were pretty dumb.
It sucks that they're here in Texas. I hate it. It makes things a lot more expensive,
Yeah,
and the roads are much more busy.
especially in the south part of Austin. Yeah. I don't know. It did create some jobs, so there's that.
But not Steve Jobs.
No.
Yeah, but I've said it before and I'll say it again. It also created a situation where Californians are coming to Texas and paying California prices for housing
Oh yeah.
and driving up the market and making it hard for people here to afford housing.
You are dead right about that, TJ. That's happening in basically every city in Texas, though, not just Austin. It's happening in Houston, it's happening in San Antonio, it's happening in Dallas, that whole metroplex. It's just people are leaving California. It's expensive. And relative value, you can get a lot of land in Texas for the same price you're paying for like a box on the beach. Or even inland. We had a little of that going on here during the pandemic. Like, people were moving from New York into Ohio, so they're driving prices up. But we don't actually make anything here, so there weren't too many jobs. But like, anyone who was working from home, I think, kind of got out of these expensive places to live. If they wanted to. But like, even without...
That's always been my way in California. I'm used to that. I'm used to housing prices being astronomically high and then people coming in.
They just keep going higher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and corporations coming in, buying everything and renting it, just waiting for it to go up another 30% year over year.
Well, then, like, the other thing going on in Long Beach specifically is, like, foreign nations are buying land, like, on the docks. Like, they're buying capacity for, like, the port. But yeah, that's been going on for a bit.
I thought for sure this was about to be a transition to a stadium because that looked like they were about to zoom in on like a digital stadium and then it would like render into all the people there. But no, we're not that lucky.
No, this is not a stadium kind of thing.
He was not able to book the Intuit Dome for this.
Yeah, did they say where this was happening?
It's the Warner Brothers lot.
You
Just
know what?
when they zoomed in on the
No
chip.
words out to anybody. They need the money. They're
I'm
like,
just
sure,
gonna-
how much?
I'm gonna throw it out there. This is a cursed event because it's being held at the Warner Brothers lot. I can't think of a more cursed place. Like, Native American burial ground was taken, I guess. They're like, let's go somewhere less lucky.
Warner needs the money, man. Like, they just lost a lot of money on Joker.
There it was. There was the shitty Tesla Cybertruck. I'm going to take a picture of it and show it to you because it looks bad.
Dude, regular Cybertruck looks bad.
This one looks worse.
So we got a first-time chatter, and their first chat was blocked. That's not good.
They showed somebody puking their brains out on the sideline on Thursday Night Football. That was awesome.
What?
Look at it.
Oh, shoot.
There was some like big pileup, and they just cut. It was somebody on the Seahawks on the sideline. He's just retching. I mean, just zoomed in on him and everything.
Did you see the interview with the Falcons last week? At the end of the game, they were interviewing the guy who scored the touchdown, and there was just a full-on brawl happening in the stands behind him.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting. Like, they're like, here's this vertical video, and then you like.
That's okay. I'll just be.
Yeah. Greg, you're unmuted. Also.
Yeah, your mic is hot, Greg. The guests are too loud compared to me. Okay, I can do something about that. I can eat the microphone. Does that help? And then I will turn them down. Can you guys talk?
Yo.
Talkity talk.
Oh, yep.
Hello, everybody.
Is that better? Hello? Illybat, is that better? Aw, Bummerang got banned. What did they
They
say?
just told Nicole dinner's gonna be so late because of Elon.
They just linked. They posted a link for their first time chat.
They posted a
Oh,
link?
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. That gets the Dikembe Mutombo treatment. Okay, cool. So you guys are good.
The Dikembe Mutombo Memorial treatment now.
I know. Yeah, but still, I will never stop honoring Dikembe Mutombo with blocks.
Look at the Cybertruck I posted in general chat. It looks like it's absolutely the shape, but it looks like half rendered.
Oh, I see it. It's like, honestly, that looks better than the Cybertruck. I'd take that over the Cybertruck, TJ. That's not very good. But...
Irvine is apparently getting police Cybertrucks.
No, it got one, and people are pissed.
Police Cybertruck.
As they should.
They got one, and all the taxpayers are really mad about it, Ozzy, because they're like, why are we wasting money on this? But also, like, is there anyone in Irvine who actually has a say over anything that happens in that city?
No.
Isn't it just like the Irvine company?
Basically.
It's the Irvine company and then another company that buys up all the property and then just rents it out.
Yes, Illybat, this is already... We're already 18 minutes into when this was supposed to start. And yeah, it is going to take forever. Just, I don't know. It's... I'm really hoping this is one of those smash and grab Tesla presentations as opposed to the 4-hour-long tech talk. Do we want to place bets on if they show the Roadster?
They will.
Oh,
I don't think they're
Roadster, that's
concerned
right.
about losing anyone. I think if they were concerned about losing interest in things, Elon would stop tweeting. And he clearly hasn't stopped tweeting, so we're all just gonna be victims to him.
People love a slow motion train crash.
Hopefully this is a proof of concept kind of stream, so it's like, here you go, here's the thing we're working on. But I was gonna ask, what do you think the odds are that we actually see the Tesla Roadster?
Low.
That car I bought 7 years ago?
0%.
Pre-order, yeah.
Worst Manning cast ever, said my brother. Oh. Can you imagine if Bill Belichick came on to react to this with us? That'd be great.
He probably would be more entertaining than most of us.
Invite him, call him up, ask him if he wants to come on the show.
He will for money. That guy's everywhere. He's on, like, how many shows is he on? He's on McAfee, he's on the Manning Cast, he's on Inside the NFL, he does his own podcast called Coach.
He'll take money from anybody except the New York Jets.
Yeah, so true, man. So true. That they had a great conversation. It was him, Michael Lombardi, and Matt Patricia. They do a podcast together. It was like 30 minutes about why none of them want the New York Jets head coaching job. It's pretty great.
It's almost like the visual of firing your head coach and throwing him out on his ass would, like, deter, recruitment.
Also, like, didn't Belichick quit the New York Jets in like a week? Or like a day? He was only there as head coach for like a day and then he quit via napkin or something?
Something like that.
Yeah, so there's like existing beef between him and the Jets. He was also a Giants coordinator. I think if he goes anywhere, it's going to be the New York Giants next year.
The Giants have something. I don't know what, but they got something.
They have an incompetent GM who I had to watch 5 episodes of Hard Knocks with. Brutal. Worst Hard Knocks ever.
I don't think anybody wants to go coach Daniel Jones.
No, or have to deal with that contract.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with Chen For a reason. So long wait. And what's up, Avocado Ronaldo? Welcome. Yeah, a couple first-time chatters here. Who aren't just linking things.
Waiting to hit record. I'm just waiting for a transition, anything. A flash, a cue, a sign.
Might be there a while.
So it's one of two things. It's either too much ketamine or not enough ketamine, right?
Sorry, did you say
problems,
it
I
started
guess.
at like 7:30?
You remember last night we were all trying to figure out when it started, and it was like I saw like 3 conflicting things. But I always say, like, just expect Elon Musk to be late. When it's something like this, expect him to be late.
The Tesla
This whole
tweet says
intro has had a chance to cycle 3 times at this point.
Yeah, I mean,
There it is.
34
There's
minutes ago they tweeted less than 15 minutes.
There's the thing I thought was going to be like the intro into the amphitheater or whatever,
Yeah.
but then they were just like, nah, more stupid ass
I think
generic
that's a reference.
graphics.
I think that's a reference to the Dojo chip. But who
Oh,
knows?
well, it doesn't read that way at all.
Who knows? It could be. I don't know. Could be anything. This is all just dumb. We're all just kind of going to wait for Elon to show up, but so yeah, no one thinks we're going to see the Roadster. Someone in the chat was asking, do you think we'll see the $25,000 low price vehicle?
No, that's like its own thing. That'll be its own reveal. Like, that's a big reveal.
Also,
But
it's
also,
theoretically
Elon
impossible
told-
to build.
Elon told me that the Roadster is going to finally hit production and shipping in 2025.
He lied. I mean, maybe he will. I don't even want it. That's what's crazy. It's been so long. I don't even want the thing. But I
forget
don't.
which,
It was a different
Bill's like,
era when
hey.
you ordered that to begin with. Yeah, it was a way different era when you ordered that car.
Phil's like, hey kids, do you want to do something fun? Check out Bubbletron, because this is going to be a while. Good call, Bill.
What was
I'd
it
like
that
to
he
point out
said,
this is a fantastic time to play Bubbletron.
This is really a good time. I might just do that myself.
Chen for
Oh.
Eason.
Look at this on this day.
Elon
This
is
day.
holding us up.
Bankrupt Lehman Brothers bonds were sold at auction for 8 cents on the dollar, triggering huge losses for holders of credit default swaps on those bonds. Spoiler alert, you know who was holding those credit default swaps? It was AIG.
Oops.
Yeah, when I was writing the on this day for the month of October, it was just like a series of terrible things happened in October. So yeah, if you're hoping for high valuations, I got bad news for you guys.
I screwed up. I played Bubbletron after midnight. I can't play Bubbletron right now.
Yeah. You played it like last night after midnight?
Yeah, like 1:30 or something.
Well, good news. You're probably going to be able to play it before the end of this stupid stream.
I don't view that as good news, but it's not the like it's a silver lining.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Anyone else buy the Nintendo alarm clock, or am I the only dummy?
I am also the dummy.
That's cool.
I was about to, and then I heard it doesn't work with couples.
I don't know why I need one. I have a phone.
You have like two people.
I'll tell you why I need one. My phone doesn't wake me up. I have like a regular alarm clock that goes mang, mang, mang. That's what wakes me up. But the idea of being woken up more pleasantly, like that seemed appealing to me. I guess, Ozzy, do you wake up after or before your spouse?
After.
You could probably still get one. That's my understanding, is if you're the latter person to wake up, it won't matter. It's about waking up. If you don't want to wake up your partner, right?
She wakes me up all the time.
I'm saying you don't want to wake her up.
She sleeps like a rock.
Memes.
Okay, well,
The memes have been slaying me.
yeah, there are some solid. I have a meme that I'm trying to get done for it, but it's just been.
They did an
Ocarina
Ocarina of Time
I
one.
made. I don't know if it got approved though.
It's fine. I didn't think it was. It's not a banger. I gave it like a 6. I have a better.
There was
one.
there was an Ocarina of Time one today where
Yeah.
it was just Navi going, hey, listen, and then the Re-Dead scream over and over again.
Oh my god!
People are asking if they're waiting for more audience. No, Elon's just late. Someone said first commercial humanoid confirmed.
Look, man, he's playing Diablo. Okay, he's probably in the middle of a raid or something. I don't know.
Yeah, he really was playing Diablo just a few minutes ago.
I think he just gets off on making people wait.
Maybe.
Well, he's a narcissist, so that would make sense.
He's developmentally disabled, according to his mommy.
Okay.
Did anyone else see that?
No.
Yeah, that was weird.
Quit picking on my son. He's developmentally challenged.
Dude, please, parents, we need to.
I wouldn't have known that if she hadn't told me.
Yeah, none of us picked up on that. It's one of those days where I can't even compete in Bubbletron. I just have to get my answers in so that I can get the daily tweet out there. it's good. I can tell you that the solution for today is rather solid. Isaac Asimov predicted the future. Sure. Unfortunately, it looks like we have some Tesla bulls here in the chat. I feel bad for you guys.
I mean, I wouldn't be.
Is he trolling?
Is he trolling? Maybe. To works. And look, look. Anyone's like, oh, you're Tesla cute. No, I own the stock at like $2. I'm really tired. I'm really tired of watching him ruin my retirement account. Let's make a Tesla watch before humanoids, like an actual watch. What if they made a Tesla alarm clock? This will be on, I don't know, will it? Yes.
It'll be on both, Moo Bear. It'll be on both. It'll be on the VOD channel and it'll be on the Shacknews channel.
Can I start calling him Moo Bear too? Because that sounds better than Mamu Bear.
Sorry, I don't have my glasses. I'm sorry, I'm Moo Bear.
Capital Shack, Capital News.
Yeah, what was that all about? You know, we'll give him a break.
You found it on the Facebook.
We'll give him a break. He's visually impaired. It's a miracle he spelled it right.
Mamu Bear is like, you know what? I don't have to stay up for this. You guys put it on the VOD up. I'll get it later.
He is definitely trying to feel that out. He's like, am I going to be able to like go to bed soon?
He's like, I'll catch it later, guys. Upload the VOD for me. I respect it.
This will be on the VOD channel right afterwards, and then I'll upload the raw one without commentary on the Shacknews channel.
Okay. And yeah, he wants to listen to Shack Together and go to bed, probably. Oh man, this is a banger for low valuation of the day too, I gotta say.
I want to see if anyone's gonna beat my score.
I told you I'm not playing it, so I'm not competing. But I wouldn't have been able to.
I suck at that game.
You know,
it's
Greg
not
talking
possible
about
to suck at it. It's not a game that you suck at or are good at. There's no, unless you're Sam. Sam is the only person I could be like, yeah, he's good at it because he's like, he has like a Charlie from It's Always Sunny level of like, you know, the Pepe Sylvia board. Sam has one of those in his house for Bubbletron. It's like on his fridge. Him and Lauren are always like
a bigger idea that is evaluated to like $1 million. So I'm like, that's it.
Yeah, because it's
okay.
Bubbletron's opinion, Greg. It's not your opinion.
Oh no.
Yeah. You should go. You know what you should do? They'll help you. Go read the lore.
Oh no, I read the lore. No, I know the lore. Like the economy collapsed and now everything is used to Bubbletron.
Mm-hmm. There is no stock market, only Bubbletron. Yeah.
That's my problem. I'm thinking like there's a stock market.
You're thinking
the
logically.
other thing is you don't have to win.
Yeah, that's the other
play.
thing. You can just make funny combos. That's a game that
I like winning.
Yeah, I guess if you want to be competitive, you have to create a flowchart like Sam did.
Yeah, you gotta get on my level, mate.
Sam's next level, dude. What I saw.
There's a few things that pop up like pretty consistently, and you get a pretty good idea of like if they're at least positive or negative, and you can get some pretty decent scores. I think I had a 6 and a 7 yesterday.
There is definitely a meta to this.
I beat you, Bill. Just so you know. I just want it out there.
Yeah, Sam, but I didn't cheat and use a fucking spreadsheet.
I'm not cheating, mate.
I beat Sam yesterday.
I'm not cheating, right?
Sam, I beat you yesterday on the low valuation.
Yeah, you did.
I'm really good at the low valuation. I'm not as good at the high
Bye,
valuation.
Mama Bear.
I knew it.
Look, I study for a test. That's not cheating, mate.
Now,
alright?
to be
That
fair
is
to Mama
absolutely
Bear,
cheating.
he
You didn't
showed
go to my
up.
high school. You can't study.
Like, Mama Bear showed up at 10 to watch this, and it's now what? It's 10:31, and it hasn't started. So, like, I don't blame people.
This is a period of hockey. He's late by a period of hockey.
That's way too long.
How long is a basketball game without stoppages? It's 48 minutes,
It's
is it?
too long.
Yeah.
Too long. Last night are like 5 hours. I ever watched this as a kid. It was awful.
So he's 17 minutes away from being a basketball game.
It was never ending. The TV would never end.
Take care, Mamu.
The last minute of a basketball game, though, Bill, lasts like an hour.
Yeah, I just mean the actual time, like not the timeouts and the whatnot.
Yeah, it's 48 minutes, but that never is the case.
No, it's 3 hours, right?
It takes a while.
Baseball in the playoffs is like 4.5 hours.
Yeah,
They added a pitch clock though.
Yeah.
They have sped up games in Major League by, I want to say it's by like 45 minutes. So they got the average game under 3 hours, which is still a lot of time. But it's better than it used to
It only
be.
to take 3 hours. I think the Leaf game today was like 2 hours and 40 minutes. I was like, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know. I like watching hockey. I usually don't make it for the regular season.
In football, if they run out of bounds, do they still stop the clock?
It depends.
Okay.
It depends what
Awesome.
time of the game.
Have you heard why the Leafs are going to win the cup this year?
No.
Do you want to?
Sure.
Okay, the last time they lost their road opening game 1-0 was the year they won the Stanley Cup. The guy who scored the first goal of their season this year is number 67. We last won the cup in 1967. And if we make the playoffs this year, it'll be our 9th straight year making the playoffs. And the last time we made the playoffs, 9 consecutive years, we won the Stanley Cup in 1967. It's over. We've already won.
That's so sad that I love it.
That is like Browns. That is Browns fan level of delusion right there.
We call that copium in the business.
I was sharing like parade gifts and stuff. I was like, just plan it. It's over. We got this. It's done.
Oh god. You know what? I am a Leafs fan because I know you, and it really feels like they're the Cleveland Browns of hockey. So yeah, I'll root for them.
There is a flow chart that came out today that shows where they are in their contender status. And yeah, they are window open, but about to hit the window closing portion of their.
Has Elon tweeted?
I tweeted about an hour ago to say that the presentation starts in less than an hour.
Let's see. Oh, he changed his profile picture away from the dark MAGA hat. It says "We Robot" now. So that explains the delay, you guys. He had to change his profile picture. And he had to manually refresh the cache on the Twitter servers, because doesn't that take a while to process a avatar change if you're verified? He tweeted 9 minutes ago.
He's probably like, just got up, making breakfast. I'll be there soon.
He's tweeting pictures of. It's ridiculous.
There's 100% chance he's not even there, right? Yeah.
See, Donovan gets it. Donovan puts up a Bubbletron link in our Slack. Bubbletron just valued my lab-grown cultivated meat for streamers venture at $1.01 million. Like, that's solid.
Isn't that exactly what I tweeted yesterday?
I think it might have been, yeah.
Oh, was it?
I think so. Let me check.
Also, what is this
great
Back to
minds.
the Future riff? Can Universal Legal Department step in?
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, I don't know if he
There you go,
realizes how creepy it is to keep calling things the master plan.
Yeah, it's got weird vibes.
It has some supervillain
Oh, we
vibes
should
to
go
it,
in business.
right?
That we might have to do that. That apparently is a good idea.
Yeah.
What, the lab-grown cultivated meat?
Yeah.
for
I had the
Yeah,
same thought last night.
It's a
Tweeted it.
business plan independent of each other.
It was just too easy. It's just right there. Come on.
Yeah.
There's
soon
this
as I
one person
saw
who's
that-
watching. Apparently, there's an X for TV app now,
Oh Jesus.
and Elon tweeted out that you can watch this on your TV.
I mean, how horrible does that have to look?
Bad.
Really bad.
Also, I don't want that app on my TV.
I don't want
X.
this app anywhere.
It's fair.
Yeah. For the first time, I saw a business like that had changed their like little social sticker in their window to be X and not Twitter.
That's sad.
This week.
Oh, they updated the NHL video game to show X on the in-game boards.
Oh, did they? I don't even think 2K did that this year. I think 2K still Twitter.
trying
I'm
to
surprised
remember
that
if-
NHL didn't.
I don't think the
didn't call
NBA
it
on
as-
TNT did it. They were still calling it Twitter last season. You know how they always talk about tweets on that show?
Yeah.
I think they still called it tweets. Interesting.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of like shows that have like segments branded around Twitter have kept them, because even like I think it's Wired that does the like person answers questions from Twitter. They've kept that. They haven't changed
Yeah.
that formula.
It's because X is terrible SEO. It's horrible.
Yeah. So normal people don't know what the hell that is.
Well, like trying to find a business's X page is impossible. Like if you type in business Twitter, it shows up first result still. I don't know. Two billionaires that don't understand SEO at all. Elon Musk and Ryan Cohen. Like, and at the same time, like, he's still. Remember when Elon was using like search engine impressions as a metric of success?
Yeah.
He's like, look how many people are searching for our platform. I'm like, that's because you broke your own search, dumbass.
Yep. Gotta find somebody to look good.
But yeah,
Also, did you see that map that Joe made?
I did. I saw people are reading it.
That's wait till the 15th.
That's before the game's
is-
even out. Yeah.
It's not even out. It's not even.
No, it's cool.
And if you zoom in on it, look what we've done. You
I
have
did.
to click. You see the watermarks on it?
Mhm.
Yeah, steal that, punks.
I hope to make more maps in the future. Hint, hint.
Yeah, what a great idea. We should explore that.
What we should do is watch this stupid Robotaxi event if it ever starts.
We are now 8 hours and 21 minutes before I have to wake up. So thanks, Elon. Keep going.
Is the philosophy behind this like he aims to grind us all down until we're just like desperate to just see anything, and then finally he does it, and no matter how underwhelming it is, we're just happy it's over?
No, because I think that he's really just ensuring that we're going to hate it just because he's pissing us off.
No, I think he just doesn't really have anything. Like, oh, for a second, the music was looping and I thought it was about to start. God damn you, Elon. No, I you remember this was supposed to happen in August, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
This has been delayed already. So why is the CEO of a multi-billion-dollar company trolling? If this is, he's gone on record as saying autonomous driving is the most important part of this company's future. Does this seem like a good time to be trolling? I mean, maybe if you're just trying to tank your company, but like, I don't know, this seems like it, as someone who's owned the stock since 2012, this is maybe the most important presentation they've had in like 10 years. So I don't know, maybe do something about it.
I don't think he's trolling. I don't think he prepares. I don't think he takes it seriously. I think he flies by the seat of his pants.
Yep.
Multiple, what? Medical emergencies? I don't. Let's see. Because we all know tweets are a super valuable source of information these days. Let's see. Tesla emergency. Apparently, a medical emergency is delaying the We Robot Tesla event. Elon Musk 3 minutes ago. A person in the crowd had a medical emergency. We have taken care of them and will be starting shortly.
Okay.
So here's a question. did a robot car run over a person already?
By taking care of him, does he mean they escorted him off the premises and threw him in the curb?
Yeah, Elon Musk just tweeted it, so it must be true. Yeah, I hope the person's okay, but that sucks.
Okay, but if that happened in the last 10 minutes, what happened
What
for
was
the other
that?
30?
What was the first 30 minutes delayed for? Yeah.
Yeah. It's also interesting that like people are saying multiple tweets about multiple people unconscious, and then it's like, it was one person apparently. It's now multiple people. Just kind of the reliability of X in general.
Yeah, well, it's also like hearsay.
Yeah.
What's a tweet then? Precious? No. It's super hot there. The staff was overworked. Oh my god. I'm not shocked to hear that Elon Musk is treating his employees poorly or contractors. That's not that surprising. But you know, this is all hearsay.
There's a heat wave in LA right now.
Yeah,
And
it's always
everywhere
hot.
in California.
It's hot in California, man. Because you guys are in denial about being a frickin' desert.
You know, all the places that live there, there's technically a pure weather workforce. Technically.
Yeah. Good God. You know what you should never do? Never look at the comments to an Elon Musk tweet.
Or any tweet at this point.
Never look at any comment to any tweet.
Yeah,
you know what? Just don't look at Twitter.
You'll lose faith real fast in the world if you start looking at those stuff.
Well, you know,
Already there.
I like to
As far as anything
comment
on
on
Twitter.
them, but I immediately mute conversation and get the hell out of Dodge. Oh no. No. I thought it was happening. I thought it was finally happening. If this shit starts an hour late, I'm gonna do absolutely nothing about it, but I'll be upset.
At least you're honest.
Man.
Like, what am I supposed to
trying to get
do,
this-
man? Like, nothing, but I'll be upset about it.
We'll just have you pass out in your chair and we'll get internet famous as you snore through the Robotaxi thing.
Greg's got that liar liar clip ready to go.
Which one?
Yes, I'm doing my Shack chat.
Which clip? There are several that I use. Which
Yeah.
one? Oh, you liar!
You.
DJ has gotten 75% of the way through reviewing an indie game while we've been waiting for this.
You guys here?
I'm gonna
I won
finish-
another F-099 race? Huh? How about that?
That's 4?
That's
right?
4. 4 different modes, too.
Oh, is that did you hit for the cycle?
No, it was just... no, because I didn't win the whole mini-pre, but it's the best I've ever performed in the first 2 races of a mini-pre. I was in first overall. I was tied for first after 2 races of a mini-pre. That was exciting. But yeah, I got first place on Mute City. The first one. Sin says Starlink is not Starlinking, I guess. Lol. And I was worried I have no time to make my wings. Well, I already ate them. Lol. Well, I'm
gonna
glad
need
you
more
got your
wings before
chicken
this
wings
is over.
on, man.
Yeah.
This is not
No
the kind of
offense at all.
thing. It's not the kind of thing to delay chicken wings over.
But we could all, like, our entire scattershot team could get all of our Shack chat entries in, get it assembled, and probably even post it by the time this goes live.
What
We
is
can come up with
Shack Chat this
another
week?
one and write that one too, and
Oh.
it'll be next
Who is your
Friday.
main for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero?
It's Yajirobe.
That's a tough one
Use your
for me.
tracks.
Do we have a guide that explains the roster? Because we should. Like just a list.
There's 168 characters.
I know. I'm not saying like it doesn't have to be in depth, just a list.
Yeah.
Even that would
Guys,
take a
this week,
while.
Sam would be so proud.
When I was covering its release, I would often list the characters as they were being, like, revealed.
And then it just got absurd.
I
Well,
have
no,
it on.
like, in each of the articles I've written about it is a list of the characters that are in it.
Which Goku, Greg?
Which Goku's the best?
Which Goku should I pick?
Z to mid. That's all the way up to Majin Buu. And then That's the best one.
Oh, that's right. I've had this bug on the Shack Chat dock for a few weeks now. I can't sign in on my desktop.
So they call them Goku Z. Like they do the Gokus by like generations. Like there's Goku Super, there's Goku GT, and then there's like Goku Z to Mid is my favorite one. That's the one that I grew up with that I like.
Okay, I think that's the one I like too. Everything I've seen from that game looks really good.
I just kind of want to download Winamp for no particular reason.
Axeman asks if he can be Mr. Popo yet.
No. And you probably never will.
I guess not. No. Sorry.
I have it on Good Authority. Something cool's happening in Fortnite tomorrow.
I heard that too.
And we're going to be... We're gonna have some coverage of that.
Oh, I really hope that they bring back the Ghostbuster costumes.
That's not it.
Oh, boo!
I'm just glad that I've been able to watch an entire football game while waiting for Elon Musk.
Actually got interesting.
Yeah, Axeman asks a good question. Why would you not already be using Winamp as your primary MP3 player?
Because I don't use anything as my primary MP3 player, especially on PC.
Why not?
I just use YouTube Music.
That's fair. I also...
Because I paid for YouTube Premium so I didn't have to watch ads anymore, and I was like, well, here we are. Might as well just use this.
Sin found another... This is a tweet from just some random person. Apparently, I'm not high enough for the 1-hour intro to this event. BRB gonna blaze one up for hour 2. Yeah, hashtag WeRobot. You know, if you're in a state where it's legal, nothing wrong with blazing before this. Unless you're at work.
We could have played a drinking game where we took a shot every time this thing looped and we'd be hammered already.
Yeah. Yeah, Winamp Mobile is kind of bad. I do agree with that. It's not meant for... It has it in the name, man. It's for Windows. But it's still the best Windows media player, in my opinion.
If I used one, it would be a no question. It would be Winamp. I don't think I own any MP3s.
Own?
I don't think I steal them either. I don't think I have them.
Dude, I was like...
I
own several Teslas. I own several Teslas. I own a Model S from 2013. I own a Model X from 2018. And I bought a Tesla Roadster. Because I'm a fucking idiot.
I have a Model 3.
And yeah, Greg has a Model 3.
Yeah. What's amazing, Asif, is I remember your actual legitimate excitement about buying the Roadster at the time, and I've watched day by day for like 7 years as it just faded into nothing.
So my service experience, I'll give you two things I'll say about it. One, because there's not a whole lot of mechanical parts, like, you know, carburetors, radiators, things that break, hoses, I haven't had to get my car serviced very often. But when I do, it takes forever. So I don't like that. But you are able, in Ohio at least, or in Texas where I lived, you're able to get loaners pretty easily. It's a bigger problem in Southern California and Northern California. My understanding is like there's like wait lists to even get a loaner. Do I still hold Tesla in my retirement account? Yes. In my largest accounts that I manage, no. I actually bought some puts in Tesla today. But overall, I do own Tesla at much lower levels. I basically bought shares in the company, and then I pre-ordered my Model S in 2012, and I held both. So I still have my Model S in my garage, and I still have my shares in my retirement account. But no, I don't. I'm not bullish on Tesla here. Maybe he shows us something tonight that changes my mind. But I think the Cybertruck has been a ridiculous failure. I have a 1.0 battery, and I've had the pack has malfunctioned on me before. They were able to bring it in and swap on a new pack while they sent my pack to Fremont to actually study it, because they had never seen what happened to my battery before. And they replaced the cell, and I got my original pack back. So I do have a 1.0. I have one of the first 3,000 Model S's to go off the line in Fremont. I have a Model X for my daily driver, and I use it every day. It has like a little more, yeah. They used to do loaner battery packs like 10 years ago. I think they've started just loaning you a car, but back then they didn't have inventory for car loaners, so they're like, here's a battery. But yeah, it was crazy. It was like one cell was overheating, and my range would just fluctuate. It'd be like, you have 300 miles, you have 10 miles, you have 0 miles, you have 15 miles. And I was like, I'm gonna park this thing and call Tesla. I think that the reason that I'm not bullish on Tesla right now has everything to do with their financial results. The last few quarters, we have seen automotive gross margin go down, and it's largely due to the Cybertruck ramp. I think the Cybertruck is a bad product, and it diverted away from the good product, which is Model Y. They're also doing some stuff that just doesn't make me bullish. Like, it's been radio silence when it comes to the Mexican Gigafactory plant that they were going to open. They've kind of stopped talking about that entirely. The progress in Germany's not great. They have a lot of... Oh, it looks like things are starting.
Presentation are forward-looking statements that are subject to risks and uncertainties. Actual results may differ materially from those projected. More details can be found in the written materials.
Come on, Elon.
Ladies and
What
gentlemen,
was that low contrast
here,
fucking legal
everywhere,
text?
online,
I'm sorry. It's like
around the world,
I caught me
outer
off guard.
space. I'm Franz. And on behalf of everybody at Tesla, welcome to We Robot. Just want to thank Warner Brothers for hosting us here. As you know, this is the birthplace of many epic films, many of them depicting a vision of the future. We're here tonight to experience that future that is closer than you think. And who better than Elon, right, to show us that future? So it looks like Elon's on his way.
Hey, Austin,
so
do you have two versions of the
welcome
stream
him
on
up
somewhere?
here.
I hear, it sounds like two people are talking over each other.
Really? It might be Twitter. Is it still doing it? He doesn't
Was
hear
for a
too.
second there, but I think maybe it's me.
It's you. That's not a robot. That's not a robot. Right? That's not a robot, right? Can we confirm that's not a robot he's shaking hands with?
Definitely a dude.
Oh yeah, it was me.
What the hell is that? That's the car?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's part of
It looks like similar to the prototype they've showed a
They
couple
have
times.
this song on Artlist that they're playing. It's called like Cyberpunk something.
I wasn't kidding. This really is Artlist.
Oh, they have a drone following them. That's kind of cool.
I need David Hasselhoff
Darkness
to come out
that
and
we're in.
This is the Warner Brothers Studios backlot. This is just where they shoot films. This is a closed environment in Burbank. Yeah.
I was gonna say the Robotaxi does a great job when there's no one around, huh?
I was gonna say, I mean, a controlled environment, but there's all fake roads and buildings, and you know.
It's projecting light. It's gonna use LiDAR. That makes me more likely to believe it can work. But you're right, this is a very controlled environment to demonstrate such a thing. This does look like Back to the Future. Did somebody just drive him, or was that driverless? That's my question.
That I think that was driverless.
It was driverless.
So was that the
nobody in
demo?
it.
Welcome to
Yeah, I suppose
the Wii Robot Party.
Very careful.
He's wearing makeup.
So we have quite a show
I
for
mean,
you
yeah, he
tonight.
looks less
Think,
ghoulish
think
than he
you're
did
gonna like
last
it.
weekend.
Yes.
As you can see, I just arrived in the Robotaxi, the Cybercab.
Wow, that was so good in
And,
that quartered off half
There's
a
20
mile.
more where that came from.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
people
agree
in
with
attendance.
Axeman. I was wondering why it looked
they've
like
been
the lights were so
traveling.
clear in
They're
his
all-
forehead.
There's no people in them, as you can see. The car's just going by with no people. And we have 50 fully autonomous cars here tonight.
50?
So you'll see Model Ys and the Cybercab, all driverless.
Cybercab.
You'll be able to take a ride in the Cybercab. There's no steering wheel or pedals.
Okay, we should write up that he's calling it Cybercab.
So I hope this goes well.
Did he say that the Model Y is the foundation
We'll
for
find
it?
No. He said that there are going to be
So-
some Model Y.
Okay.
So you see a lot of sci-fi movies where the future is dark and dismal, where it's not a future you want to be in. So like I love Blade Runner, but I don't know if we want that future. I think we want that duster he's wearing, but not the bleak apocalypse. We want to have a fun, exciting future that if you could look in a crystal ball and see the future, you'd be like, yes, I wish I could be there now. That's what we want. So when we think about transport today, there's a lot of kind of pain that we take for granted that we think is normal. Like having to drive around LA in like 3 hours of traffic. Yeah, and for people that live in LA, I mean, try to get from Pasadena to, El Segundo during rush hour. It's like you can fly to, another city faster than you can get to crosstown LA. So, and you have to drive the whole way. Unless you're in a Tesla, of course. Tesla already does quite well at this, supervised self-driving. So supervised full self-driving is actually working quite well. I'm sure there's
Supervised full
people in the crowd,
self-driving.
you're using that, yeah? So we'll move from supervised full
My
self-driving.
kid's great at using the
to
bicycle with training wheels.
unsupervised full self-driving, where the car, you could fall asleep and wake up at your destination. So, but there's also a challenge for a lot of people that cars cost too much. I mean, when you factor in everything that goes into a car, and the car insurance, and the car payments, and the storage of the car, it's very expensive. So, and you say like, how many hours a week are cars used? Your average passenger car is only used about 10 hours a week out of 168 hours. So the vast majority of the time, cars are just doing nothing. But if they're autonomous, they could be used, 5 times more, maybe 10 times more. So
Maybe
you
15
could actually,
times
for the same car,
I got some
would
great
have
screenshots and screenshot channels.
5
for you
times as
guys.
much value, maybe 10 times as much value. There's 168 hours in the week, and like I said, only 10 of them are used for driving.
Oh.
So and then a bunch of those hours are looking for a parking
Cybercab,
spot,
yeah.
which is, can be pretty annoying at times.
Yep.
So we want with autonomy, you get your time back. This is a very big deal. So it's not just it'll save lives, like a lot of lives, and prevent injuries. I think we'll see autonomous cars become 10 times safer than a human. I mean, if you think of times past where there used to be an elevator operator in every elevator, but once in a while they get tired, and accidentally shear somebody in half. So
Really?
now we have automated elevators. You just get in an elevator and you
He
press
just
a button,
talked about
and you don't
an
think about it.
elevator chopping someone in half.
And it just takes you to the floor. And if you did see an elevator operator with
That
a big relay
has
switch, you'd be like,
happened
"That's
in
weird."
exactly 0 cases. The only one I know
Now,
of is
that's how cars will be.
the opening scene in Resident Evil.
And it's not just the lives saved in injuries, but if you think about the cumulative time that people spend in a car, and the time that they
Somebody's
will get
bleeding
back,
through.
that they can now
Great.
spend, well, I guess, on their phones,
Great. Your audio's
or
bleeding.
watching a movie, or doing work, or whatever you want to do. You can think of the car in an autonomous world as being like just a little lounge. You're just sitting in a comfortable little lounge, and you can do whatever you want while you're in this comfortable little lounge.
But wait,
And when
does
you
that
get
mean
out,
that the
you will be at
Cybercab
your
will be able to
destination.
drive into elevators and take me
So-
to the floor I want to go
Yeah,
to?
that's gonna be awesome. So.
No.
So, in fact, I think the cost of autonomous transport will be so low that you can think of it like individualized mass transit. The average cost of a bus per mile for a city, not the ticket price because that is subsidized, but the average
I think it's a
price
huge
is
miss
about
that
$1
he's
a mile.
doing this as a cyber
Whereas
product.
the cost of Cybercab, we
Yeah.
think probably over time, from the operating cost is
won't
probably
start
going to be
off on
around
our own
20
food.
cents a mile. And price, including taxes and everything else, probably ends up being 30 or 40 cents a mile.
I mean, like, he's not wrong.
yes,
we want
and
to,
you will be able
we
to buy
don't
one.
invest into public transportation in this country, and it's getting really crowded.
Yes, exactly. We expect the cost to be below $30,000.
We expect it to be below $30,000.
And I think there'll be an interesting
Donovan, I don't know if you
business
want to
model
just
where,
include that in your
like,
headline.
Let's say somebody is an
Yeah.
Uber or Lyft driver today. Where they
maybe
can actually sort of
let's,
manage a fleet of cars
see Massage's headline.
and like a sort of manage, I don't know, 10, 20 cars, and just sort of take care of them like a shepherd tends their flock. You have your flock of cars, and you're the shepherd, and you take care of your flock of cars. I think that'd be pretty cool. I think it's gonna be a glorious future. It's gonna be really something special. So, yes, good, all excellent questions. So
Is that what he said? Priced around 30,000?
we do expect actually to start
Said less
fully
than.
autonomous.
Okay.
We expect it to be under
unsupervised
30,000, right? That's what he
So
said.
so say under.
In
Sorry.
Texas and California next year. And
Texas
that's
and
obviously- That's
California?
with the Model 3 and Model Y.
Next year, yeah.
And then we expect to be in production with the Cybercab, which is really highly optimized for autonomous transport. In probably, well, I tend to be a little optimistic with timeframes, but in 2026. So,
Lie.
yeah. Before 2027, let me put it that way.
Before 2027?
And we'll make this vehicle in very high volume, and but well before that, you will experience a robotic taxi via the Model 3 and Model Y program, and Model S and X too. But the Model your 3 and Y will achieve unsupervised full self-driving with permission in wherever regulators essentially approve it in the U.S. and then to follow in outside the U.S. So, and it's Cybertruck too. Yes, of course. Sorry, I don't want to be. Yes. All our cars are basically all cars that we make. So let's not get nuanced here. All right, next slide.
Does anyone
So
believe that it'll ship
one
by
of the reasons why
2027?
the computer can be so much better than a person is that we have millions of cars that are training on driving. So it's like living millions of lives simultaneously and seeing very unusual situations that a person in their entire lifetime would not see. But Hopefully.
I hope someone writes a supervillain that takes an army of cybercars and turns them into like Christines and unleashes them on the populace.
So with that amount of training data, it's obviously going to be much better than what a human could be, because you can't live a million lives. And it's also, it can see in all directions simultaneously.
Did they say if they're still using cameras, Asif, or are they using something else?
He hasn't talked about that at all.
It will naturally be, like,
it's
like
using both, though.
10, 20, 30 times.
Everything he's showing here is clearly using computer vision.
For all those reasons. And I want to emphasize that the solution that we have is AI and vision. So there's no expensive equipment needed. So
there you go.
The Model 3 and Model Y and S and X that we make today will be capable of full autonomy unsupervised.
That answers your question, Greg, but it's bullshit.
And that means that our cost of producing
He's saying that your car will support
this. Is low. Now, we are going to actually overspec the computer for the Cybercab. So our AI5 computer will be somewhat overspec'd. And because I think there's actually also an opportunity, sort of like an Amazon Web Services, where if the car is driving for 50 hours a week, there's still over 100 hours left. And there's a potential there to have a massive amount of distributed inference compute, where if you've got, like, say, a fleet of 100 million vehicles and a kilowatt of efficient inference compute, you have 100 gigawatts of compute, which is really quite substantial. And if it's there, you might as well use it. So, yeah, so that I think will make sense. So, all right.
I'm glad you think it'll make sense.
Our autonomous future is here. As I said, we've got 50 Teslas driving autonomously. We're trying to give you a sense of what cities will be like in the future. And when you get in, you'll see, like, it's really quite a wild experience to just be in a car with no steering wheel, no pedals, no controls, and it feels great. So
they showed us the dashboard.
We have enough vehicles here, so everyone should be able to try it out and experience the set that we've built here. It's a very big set, so it's like really, we've used I don't know, 20, 30 acres or something like that. It's really big. So it goes on, the ride's long. And we set it up to feel like a ride, like a park ride. So it'll be cool, and you'll get to experience it tonight.
God, he's
something we're also doing
the
is,
finest Tesla dick
and it's
riders
really high time we did this, is inductive charging.
Oh, you missed the "We love you, Elon" or "I love you, Elon" earlier.
The Robotaxi has no plug.
Pretty embarrassing.
It just goes over the inductive charger and charges. So yeah.
Always charged, always clean. Wait, this thing comes with a vacuum cleaner?
Thanks, guys. I love you too.
That's the most useful thing in there.
So one of the things that is really interesting is how will this affect the cities that we live in? And when you drive around a city, or when the car drives you around a city, you'll see there's a lot of parking lots. There's parking lots everywhere, parking garages. So what would happen if you have an autonomous world is that you can now turn parking lots into parks.
Dodger Stadium without a parking lot, Ozzy.
So we're taking the ing lot out of parking lot. Welcome.
I don't ever want to be trapped in the Dodger Stadium parking lot again.
I hate it. I get anxiety just thinking about that one road. Hate it.
But there's 4 gates. That's what gets me.
In the cities that we live in.
Oh, God damn it. He's found a way to make an uglier Tesla. Oh, my God. Greg, clip that.
So that would be quite fantastic. Oh, and
ladies and gentlemen,
also,
the Homer.
What happens if you need a vehicle that is bigger than a Model Y?
That is the most 1950s electric Schaefer-esque car I've ever seen.
Is that the Disneyland People Mover?
The Robovan is...
it looks like one.
This is we're going to make this, and it's going to look like that.
These are going to get over speed bumps.
Now, can you imagine going down the streets and you see this
Ashman said it's the thing from iRobot that turns sideways and unleashes all the robots on Will Smith.
Oh, man.
So this can carry up to 20 people, and it can also transport goods. So you can configure it for goods transport within a city,
20 people.
or transport of up to 20
What's
people
it
at
called?
a time. So this is gonna, the Robovan is what's gonna solve for high density. So if you want to take a sports team somewhere, or you're looking to really get
It's so low to the
cost of
ground. Does this
down
travel on a
to,
rail or
I don't know,
something?
5-10 cents a mile, then you can use the Robovan.
The
Some people call it the
Verboben?
Robovan, but so yeah. One of the things that we want to do, and we've seen this with the Cybertruck, is we want to change the look of the roads. The future should look
Okay.
like the future.
We're gonna have to break out whatever the hell that thing is.
So,
imagine thinking that looked good.
Speaking of robots, so everything we've developed for our cars, the batteries, power electronics, the advanced motors, gearboxes, the software, the AI inference computer, it all actually applies to a humanoid robot. It's the same techniques. It's just a robot with arms and legs instead of a robot with wheels. And we've made a lot of progress with Optimus. And as you can see, we started up with someone in a robot suit, sort of down, and then we've progressed dramatically year after year. So if you extrapolate this, you're really going to have something spectacular, something that anyone could own. So you could have your own personal R2-D2 C-3PO. And I think at scale,
Notice how they have people
this
following
would
them very
cost something
closely to
like,
tackle them if
$120,000,
anything goes terribly wrong.
Probably less than a car is my prediction long term. Now, it'll take us a minute to get to the long term, but fundamentally at scale, the Optimus robot, you should be able to buy an Optimus robot for, I think, probably $20,000 to $30,000 long term. So, and what can it do? It'll basically do anything you want. So it can be a teacher, babysit your kids. It can walk your dog, mow your lawn, get the groceries, just be your friend, serve drinks, whatever you can think of.
Oh, he's gonna build a
It will do.
family of them.
And yeah, it's going to be awesome. I think this will be the biggest product ever of any kind.
Unless you can do my laundry, I'm not interested.
Because
It can.
I think everyone, of the 8 billion people of Earth, I think everyone's going to want their Optimus buddy.
I don't.
And there's going to be maybe two, and then they'll be producing products and services. I predict, actually, provided we address risks of digital superintelligence.
But it's the immigrants taking our jobs, not the robots.
80% probability of a good outcome. Look on the bright side. The cup is 80% full. The cost of products and services will decline dramatically, and basically anyone will be able to have any products and services they want. It will be an age of abundance, the likes of which people have almost no one has envisioned. It'll be something special. So,
how's a
and
robot?
one of the things we wanted
lead to
to show tonight was that Optimus is not a canned video. It's not walled off. The
You're in a
Optimus
fucking
robots will
studio.
walk among you. Please be nice to the Optimus robots.
You're in a hermetically sealed studio. You're on a sound
So you'll
stage.
be able to walk right up to them, and they'll serve drinks.
This is how the Matrix started, wasn't it?
And you'll directly, I mean, that's just, it's a wild experience just to have humanoid robots, and they're there, you're just in front of you. So, yeah, with that, let's party.
Oh boy. That's it. What the hell is that van thing called?
I love you guys too. If you look at that the gazebo over there.
It was
God.
like it was weird.
Let's get the party started.
I couldn't even make it out. It was like
I think he said Robovan, but he said it in a weird,
Ruin
stupid
or-
way, like
Oh, he
Robovan.
slurred it. That's all it was. He slurred it. It's the Robovan. Okay. Oh, God. Greg, clip these stupid robots dancing. Hey, it's Brian. I have robots that'll dance. So yeah, we need a headline for...
Uh-oh, mute the stream, licensed music.
Yeah, I don't want to get flagged for that. Did he say like 20 people can fit in it?
Correct.
Yes. And goods.
I think something like that. Tesla autonomous 20-person Robovan unveiled at We Robot event. That should work. Can someone tell me when the music stops?
Yeah.
So now I'm just sitting here reacting to this like muted robot dance sequence. Is this where Beetlejuice was filmed?
I don't know if they filmed that one on the WB lot. Maybe some parts. They film Young Sheldon here though, Asif.
God. We literally are on Thursday, and it's after Young Sheldon. So that seems good.
The song is over.
It is?
No more song.
Hallelujah. There's another song?
No more song.
Okay. What happened? The audio's not... Is it done? I think the event's over.
Oh, good. It was short.
Like I said, he doesn't have much of an attention span. Hey,
He wants to go back to playing Diablo, Asif.
Yeah, right. He has the vessel of hatred to get to. So yeah, we're not invited to things like this, so go watch Marquez Brownlee's YouTube channel tomorrow. I'm sure he'll have something to say about this. My takeaway, I'm disappointed. This is a product that does not use LiDAR, from my understanding. Maybe the Cybercab does, but the way that he said it, these are vehicles that are on the road now. Greg, like you have full self-driving hardware in your car, right? I don't know if Greg's muted. But yeah, he said multiple times that the Model 3, the Model Y, and the Cybertruck will all support this via software update. He's playing music again. Yeah, we got some pictures of what it looks like on the inside. We're gonna stay live here because they're at least showing us footage of things, so there might be something interesting people see. But yeah, they're just going to be giving test drives to the people in attendance. So there's going to be some hands-on videos that are going to come out of this here in the next few days. I don't know if Jerry Rig Everything is there or not. That's the guy whose opinion on Tesla I value the most these days. Because Jerry will buy it and will attempt to destroy it, like he does with iPhones. But
I feel like we didn't get enough information.
No.
Right, Asif? There wasn't enough information here.
We didn't get a release date. We didn't get a solid price. And what we did get was that he is still fetishizing the term cyber, which I think is stupid, because the Cybertruck is a failure. So to label another product with the cyber brand is strange. I agree, Slinky Jim. These are ugly, ugly products. And that's the problem with Cybertruck to begin with. These cyber products are, the whole promise of them is that they're easier to mass produce. Yeah, sure. I don't like the current vision of Tesla, Nigel. And yeah, if you want to call me a hater, go for it. I've been long the stock since 2012 though, so I don't know. at least I made some money along the way. I don't think anyone would actually hate it if they did that. But yeah, I think that's an ugly ass car. Like, I would laugh at people who drive in that, as I do with the Cybertruck. Ozzy, I know you've seen that on the road. Like,
I've seen different variations of the Cybertruck on the road, and by that I mean like I've seen clean ones and I've seen really, really dirty ones that, apparently you can't take it to a car wash, so it's just going to keep gathering dirt wherever it goes.
yeah, you have to hand wash them. There's a way to take care of
I'm
them.
not hand washing that thing. You see how big it is?
I know. But I'm
Nuts
saying
to that.
That's the proper way to take care of it, is all I'm saying. There is a there's a robot in a cowboy hat serving drinks. Does anyone else see the robot?
To be fair, I haven't seen a drink serve. He's just moving his hands near glasses at this point.
Can't really see what he's doing, probably. I don't know about how the doors open either.
Like, not quite ready yet. He did kind of specify they weren't ready.
Then why? Greg? Why is this happening today?
The idea of it is cool, I guess, right? The idea, like, if like cool, like I love flying cars, but like.
Yeah, one almost ran over Slinky Jim the other day. He almost got hit by a Cybertruck the other day. Yeah, Elon's definitely wants people to take a picture with this robot that's serving drinks.
Yeah, it's not serving drinks. It's not doing anything.
I'm gonna tweet a picture of it though, because that's what I do here. It's Tesla Optimus, right? Optimus.
Yeah.
Robot attempting to serve drinks. Right. It looks like the Niners won. Wow, that entire football game happened. I don't know how I did on fantasy though.
Kenneth Walker did pretty good for me.
Who?
Kenneth Walker.
Oh, he's the running back for Seattle?
Yeah.
Oh wait,
this is kind of like watching a trailer for a video game with no gameplay. Because even these products are far enough away that we don't even know if they're going to look like that.
Wait, the robot is posing for pictures. And there's a Tesla engineer, like you said, Bill, 2 feet away from it. Just in case.
Yeah, did you see when they were walking out, there was like a human shield on each side?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like the way those doors open in the Cybercab?
No, like, where do you ever drive that you can open your door that far?
That's what I'm saying. That seems like the clearance is not great. Like, wouldn't it? these robots, man. What is he doing? I don't know. You know what's going to be interesting? See which way the stock goes. Wow, there's an army of guards around the Robovan.
People who have signed documentation saying they're willing to be hit by autonomous vehicles.
Who? A Cyberbago? Bago? Cyberbago, like a Winnebago. It's like a Lambo Prius.
What is Elon's obsession with steel gray on cars now?
It's cheap.
The future looks drab and stupid.
This future does, but I think there's a brighter future out there.
I don't even have problems with folks trying to push autonomous vehicles in time, like Robotaxi. I don't have a Robocab, I guess. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with humanoid robots. Just, it feels like we're trying to say that these are further along than they are. Like, I don't think we really need to do that. And that kind of feels like what we're seeing.
I like what Sin had to say here. Sin said those robots should walk out from that van with Star Wars Trooper music playing. That would be more exciting than the whole event.
Agreed.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Yeah, I think the most important thing going forward is going to be, I want to hear, I guess you can't call it hands-on, it's seats, butts in the seats reports for how this, just impressions of this thing. I think it's ugly, but a lot of people find Teslas to be ugly, even the Model S and the X. I mean, the X used to be the ugliest one, and now the Cybertruck's the ugliest one. But now I think Robovan might be uglier. Because one thing that Tesla does not have is anyone with an industrial design background, like the people at Apple or Nintendo or other places that make products that don't look like shit.
I don't care what it looks like. I just want it to work. But like, apparently that's not. They don't work. They're not gonna work. Not for another 10 years.
Well, my whole thing, Greg, is like until this thing can turn at Shibuya Crossing in Tokyo in pouring rain, you can't claim it's a robotaxi.
Well, here's the thing though. Like, what's the U.S. equivalent? Say it's only a U.S. thing. What would be the
Times
equivalent in the
Square.
U.S.?
Times Square in pouring rain.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, Bubbletron's a better robot, if we're being honest. But yeah, this was when you said some would drive there, I was hoping that we'd get a peek of Juniper. Yeah. Oh yeah, so there's a Model 3, Greg, driving autonomously. So they do have them doing that, but I have a feeling that we're witnessing some of this as being done like the same thing, supervised, full self-driving. So yeah, now there's a Model Y rolling out there. Dude, that's the Robovan. Like, one of my friends is like a blatant Tesla bull, like an unrepentant Tesla bull. If he tries to tell me that the Robovan is a good-looking product, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. Because it's not. That's the ugliest thing I've ever seen. And yeah, I don't like this aesthetic that they're shooting for here.
I feel like this is going to be such a long process because in the U.S. we don't respect anything. So even if these came out and looked beautiful and worked, they would just get destroyed by everybody on the street. Like, you know, give them a month before like they're all charred up and dented and hit. You know.
Well, think about how people treat cabs.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's going to be, without a cabbie to be like, hey, what are you doing? Like, it's going to be, I think the miss here is there should be Johnny cabs inside of these.
Like, I asked the question, like, you go to the bar and you take a RoboCab home and you upchuck in the back of the cab.
Mm-hmm.
Where's this, like, there's still people that you need to like clean it up. It's still got to be sent back to have a human being clean it. Like there is some level of maintenance there. Like even a cab, and I'm sure this doesn't happen in a lot of cabs, but like they do need to be cleaned semi-regularly, right? Like, I don't know.
I bet, Bill, how do they get charged? Like someone has to charge them, right? Someone has to insert the thing in the port, right?
Like as a company, you'd have to be all in on this. Like you'd have to be all in on it to do it. And even, like, I also found his parking lot thing a little bit weird. Because, one, in order to get rid of a parking lot around a stadium, you need 100% buy-in. Which you don't get. That's just not happening. And number two, even if a car drives for 10% of its available time in a week, right? That's what he said, something like that, like 10% or something. Even if you up that to 50, you still have 50% of the time the car has to be parked somewhere. Like, unless the car's driving 24/7, which is not possible. There has to be somewhere that you store it or you park it. Like you still need parking lots. They stop.
No, we're done with parking lots. They're gone forever, Bill.
It's so weird, man. Like
we're done.
He focuses on such weird things.
The idea that you could be done with parking lots in California is absurd. There is no fucking parking in California. Ozzy, can you can attest to this, right? Like, you go somewhere, you have to like find a spot. Like, what % of vehicles are going to even switch to this? And you know, it's going to take 10.
Yeah, none out here anyway.
Yeah, like it's not possible. I think it's hilarious. They're like, look he's hanging out with attendees, surrounded by guards. Like, there's not.
Yeah, people that are like, oh, don't get too close to him, don't bump him.
Is he trying to do the Macarena? I'm not even sure. Either way, I don't like it.
They're prototypes.
And look, I think robotics are definitely a place to do this as opposed to vehicles. Like, I think robotics, it makes sense to use computer vision and all that stuff. Yeah, how many they should. Lucci, you're right. They should check how many times the robot will give the same gift to a person. I really want to know if these are being controlled or at least monitored.
Yeah, that's a good question. I
He's
will
gonna
say
fix
this:
traffic.
of all the products,
Mhm.
I like the look of the humanoid more than any of the vehicles.
It's way more refined. They've had several iterations of it by now, Bill. So like you're right. I think it looks like a real product. Cybercab looks like shit, and RoboVan looks even worse. My thing is, yeah, no shot. It's not controlled. Says WFer or Wafer. I don't know how to pronounce your name because it's Twitch, but yeah, I agree. At the very least, it's being monitored. This is such an interesting mix of people in attendance. It's like super wealthy California douchebags, bloggers.
Like I was like, back up for the robot, please. You see him like signal the backup. It was funny.
He's like, get away, get away, get away. It's gonna kill you.
I hope I see it just grab one person by the throat.
Yeah, just like
And
choke
just lift
slam
them
them
off
through the
ground.
table. Like you took 2 gifts.
Like people think that would be a failure. I'm more likely to buy it.
Once it starts throwing people.
Yeah, if I know that I can sick it on somebody, that's.
Oh, this
that
guy
changes
is
it for
like,
me.
we have to move everything perfectly or else this will not work. Why are they having?
Yeah,
Oh,
if it's not in exactly.
it wasn't
right
the
spot.
exact height. Yeah, you see how they cut away? That's interesting.
Has to be in the program spot.
Yeah, if it was an inch higher.
Why couldn't the robot just go pick up the next
stay,
tray?
Stay away from him. Don't cross this barrier. Do you see what he told him? Like, don't go any closer than this.
Yeah.
It's look, they're prototypes. I'm not gonna like just they're not ready. Like they're just prototypes. They're cool to see, but they're prototypes. Just call them prototypes. I don't know why I have such a hard time saying that.
Because
they clearly are.
It's always a weapon in disguise, says Mr. Boogeyman 420. I have to agree with you. This is they're robots in disguise, I thought.
Like, what is gonna be who is gonna buy robots? The military.
Who's gonna be an early adopter of a consumer-facing robot? And I don't mean a vacuum cleaner. I mean like an actual humanoid robot. Who wants to be the early adopter? Because like, here's my just for frame of reference. Here's my early adopter experience with autopilot. I was on 77 South driving from Akron to Canton, and there was a dip in the highway. Right? You guys have dips in your highways around your houses? Probably.
Constantly.
My car went from 65 miles an hour to 0. Because of a dip in the highway. That was it. I was done. I was like, I'm not going to use autopilot anymore. Haven't since that day. Because I'm like, I'm going to get a ticket for driving erratically because my robot car. And so I'm like, if this is what they're going to stick with, if they really think vision is enough, it's not. So like, I have a big problem with this vision, this opinion of the future of autonomous driving. I think they need to use something that can go through rain, can detect things in the dark. But yeah, you're right. Sin is pointing out that the gifts we're in a perfect space between. It can be a repetitive motion. Yeah, these are things that robots are good at, and you can pre-program. So yeah, that's why when they came in with that second tray, they had to move out that other tray because it would have affected the height of everything.
Yeah, that guy just tried to shake its hand and they grabbed his hand.
Yeah, it doesn't know
because
how to
it might
high-five.
grab your hand and break it.
Yeah.
There's a reason people don't sleep with tigers in their house, and it's because you don't sleep in your house with anything that you can't control that could physically kill you, and that applies to robots, man.
And I mean, to Sin's point, robots are good at repetitive tasks. That's what they're made for. So like, Greg, to your point, can it do your laundry? I think down the road, yeah. I think it will be able to.
So if you take a look at headlines to make sure that's right, I'm trying to get this up quickly.
Sure.
I just want so people can watch it at our site if they need to.
I would put Robotaxi, like, dude, We Robot, Tesla Robotaxi live stream event.
Is Robotaxi one word?
Yeah. You can see it.
I would build it. Where's my Johnny Cab? Oh, my Johnny Cab.
I really think they should at least put some sort of humanoid representation of the AI in the car.
You know, they'll take pictures. They have a camera in the car, obviously. So if you break anything or make a mess, Phil, like they'll take your picture. You're logged into using it. You'll get charged, right? That's how that'll work.
Mm-hmm.
That taxi is also going to be hard to do any sort of like sprucing up visually with it if it comes out. Or I'm sorry, the RoboVan if it comes out that way, because of the way that the windows are like set in stripes over the top of the edge of the car.
Yeah.
Like you can't really.
That's the one
make
out of all
something
these though that I'm like, that looks very, very much in the prototype stage. I think the doors of this Cybercab are terrible. I just don't understand it.
You know what would sell me on these humanoids? If somebody throws a ball at its head and it catches it, I will be very impressed. But that
and then
won't
throws
happen.
it back at 200 miles an
It
hour.
will just bounce off its head.
Yeah.
It throws the ball back at 200 miles an hour.
Dude, I'd buy one. Yeah, that's great. Like, look at now we're cooking, right?
I don't like these doors.
Well, I wouldn't buy one because I don't believe for a second they're going to be $30,000.
I don't believe the date that he gave us.
They'll be 90.
I don't believe the date he gave us. You know what he didn't mention, which he always does? He didn't mention range. Isn't that weird?
He didn't mention range either. Yep, no, didn't say anything.
Not a mention of range. Don't you think that's important when it comes to a car that's going to work for you? What if you send it to Dodger Stadium and it runs out of charge? Like, I don't know. How smart are these things? I think there's a lot of questions. To your point earlier, Greg, like it felt like an incomplete presentation. But like this is what Apple does better than them. They never show, like outside of Vision Pro, which is definitely not ready for prime time, like they never just trot out a bunch of incomplete stuff like this. This is weird. This is here. It wasn't just one prototype. It's 4 or 3. And then they had to put it on a hermetically sealed stage where like, they probably trained these for this specific path that they're driving.
Yeah, it's definitely choreographed.
This also has to depend on GPS, right? And GPS, at least once in every decent trip, sucks. So it's only as good as the GPS as well.
They can fix that in Teslas by at least downloading maps. But you're right. The blue dot on your phone, it's not always accurate. So like a thing that a human can do that I don't know if a car can do yet is look at the street sign that you're on and determine where you are based on looking at a street sign, right? God, these guys look like such idiots talking to this thing. You want to hear something a little crass, in my opinion, about robots, Bill? I think we probably talked about this, but I think the killer app for humanoid robots is the ability to have sex with them. That's the thing that
I think that would be an industry that would adopt them very quickly. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like you apply augmented reality to a robot that you can have sex with, that's $1 trillion company. So
pretty sure that's just cyberpunk. Like
we're very close to that dystopian future.
Of course, crushing your hand would be the least of your problems at that point.
Imagine
people
that.
in chat are rightfully pointing out
Lucy.
that
I'm
Delamain
talking
is a
about
better
Lucy
taxi.
Lubot, Greg. You're dead right. Lucy Lubot. It's a Futurama episode.
That's what he says. He says the entire civilization of man existed to impress the opposite sex, and with that gone, we fall into a dystopian future.
Yeah, it's possible.
They should have just tried to make the Delamain cab from Cyberpunk.
I agree with what Axeman said earlier. I'll trust those robots when they can play Street Fighter 6 on technical controls and get a character up to Diamond. That's going to be real problematic, too, if they ever get to the point where robots can play competitive games.
TG, they won't need to. You just plug in or sync them. They won't need a control. They'll just control it via Bluetooth.
I mean, DeepMind is already doing that.
Right. The chess game.
Yeah. DeepMind's
but,
able
like,
to
we're talking about
go
a robot operating a controller and handling it well enough to defeat a human.
Yeah, I think DeepMind is inputting. They have their own different input for it. But yeah, I think DeepMind with some sort of robotics could probably do what you're talking about with the right amount of training, TJ. So it's not like that far away. There's something super sad about these robots in their little gazebo.
Yeah, and wait till they realize they're sad and they take over the world.
Machines are too dumb to take over the world. I swear to God, I promise you they won't. They're too dumb, Bill. They only know what to
Okay,
do what they're
Greg.
told.
Yeah, okay.
I think they're too dumb. I think they're too dumb.
You know who's
There's already
not?
been examples of AI trying to circumvent programming to extend its lifespan. Like, it's not. They are too dumb. That doesn't mean they will always be too dumb.
It's not. I'm not. I don't think it's going to be some sentient robot. I think there's going to be some corrupt billionaire, cough cough, Elon Musk, who allows them to think like that.
A reminder that the ultimate plot of iRobot is not that the robots were smart enough to take over the world. It's that they were tasked by humans with maintaining the world.
Exactly.
And then they decided that humans were the problem.
Same thing with the Matrix. They found they determined that humans were a virus and also a source of battery.
That's a big plot in Destiny too, where Rasputin decided to nuke all the humans because he was like the best way to save them. Or actually, sorry, the Witness wanted to kill all the humans because they brought suffering. And he was just going to eliminate suffering by eliminating humans.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same story everywhere. It's just the same thing.
It's the same dystopian story.
But like the iRobot plot was, we're trying to protect you from yourselves, and we'll do that by force if necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who is this good for? Slinky Jim, my brother's visually impaired and can't drive. This would help him if he had one of these. He would be able to get around autonomous, like by himself.
I mean, like, the saving money on parking to and from the airport, traffic congestion would go down severely. Like,
and I'm talking about the promise of this product, not this product. I'm saying what it's promising would be good for, I think, accessibility purposes.
Actually, they should have just made a lawnmower.
My neighbors have an electric lawnmower, but it's not autonomous.
Yeah, but I mean an autonomous lawnmower. I just want to
that'd be cool.
Just program it with the edge of your property and away you go.
Dude, the Robovan's hideous. It also looks a lot like the rumored Apple car. Like from the patent
Maybe
files.
Apple just sold them the design.
No, Elon probably just stole it.
That's true.
I hate those doors. I also hate the word cyber in front of cab. That's a bad idea.
It does look like the head of a train.
If that thing can't be parked between two other cars.
You can't. There's no rear view. There's no rear view.
I just meant along the lines of like, if you open the doors, you're gonna scrape the shit out of the car right next to you.
No.
It has like a 4-foot wingspan.
I was just looking at it from the back, and I'm like, there is no window. You can't look out the back of it. Oh God, who's gonna? They're hitting it with a hammer. There's a place where you can hit the side. Wow.
Hit the window, you poser.
Step right up and hit this one spot. Now you can be an awkward billionaire.
They're not even trying.
Seriously.
Dude, there was a book my friend used to talk about where like the future is run by automation and it's supposedly a quote unquote utopia, right? Where like nobody works, all the shitty jobs the robots do, so everyone gets paid universal income. Like I forget what book this was, but like I get Elon's probably smoking that same pipe from that book. But the problem that I think about whenever they show this stuff up, what happens to the people whose job it is, like Uber, Lyft, and taxi service get decimated. Okay, sure, the robots come out, then maid services, fast food workers, like you can't lose 30% of the workforce and expect to not have a cataclysmic depression
or civil unrest.
Yeah, that's not good. I mean, like unless you think ahead and you put things in place.
Universal basic income.
Yeah, but we don't do that in this country. We wait until it's a huge problem, then we panic and try to solve it immediately.
We're not going to.
Yeah.
I think they should let the mountain from Game of Thrones hit that truck with a sledgehammer, and then I'll be convinced.
I think that everyone that's taking the chance to swing on it is like, I want to be invited back to these things, and I don't want to upset Mr. Elon, so they're being real dainty about it.
Yeah.
Wait, he's handing
Just
out
don't charge it. You
cups.
might electrocute yourself.
Oh wow, look at him! Look at him go!
Is he gonna miss? Oh yeah. Okay.
Way to go! Do it! You can do it! My bartender's way faster than you.
Are they gonna cut away before he overflows it?
Let's over under on if he actually makes it out of there without spilling it.
Oh,
Did not fill it up
he
all
did
the
it.
way.
Okay.
Sam would turn it. Sam would have him. Sam would be like, "I'm not paying for
Fired
this."
for ripping him off on the drink. Yeah.
It's like this
I
is
hate
not
it when
hard.
my bartender spends 10 seconds trying to figure out how to get the cup underneath the
How to
spout.
see the cup, let alone how to pour drink into cup. I don't like these doors. I'm gonna keep saying it. These are bad doors.
That's what I'm saying. Look at the wingspan on that. You
That-
can't park that in between other cars.
Try to get in and
I
out
know,
of
I
that in New York
guarantee you they
City.
open
Try to
wider
get
than
in and
going
out.
the
You guys
long
were just in Tokyo. Try to get in and out of that in Tokyo.
It'd be like it's easier than doing it the other way, the non-Goldwing way, that the
Yeah.
horizontal way. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point as well. Like they can't even be a courier because like you can't courier something to an apartment building without a person to take it up to the door.
Yeah, you can't even
That's
you
what the
can't
ro- that's what
replace
the
Uber
robots
Eats with
for,
this.
Bill. That's what the
Oh,
robots are.
great. Yeah, that's awesome. So you now all of a sudden it's like, well, it's full self-driving, but we have a humanoid in it because we never
Because we
figured
needed
out
someone to carry your food to the door.
And now you have to sit in the Robotaxi with the humanoid to clean up the puke, but you can't sit too close because it might kill you.
Also, are those rims okay? Ugliest rims ever?
Yeah. I was just thinking, like, dirt's super gonna get inside of there, and it's even more of a pain in the ass to clean.
Look, aesthetic can change though. You can change the aesthetic, right? Like, yeah, it's ugly, sure, but like whatever. As long as it does it what it does, I don't care what it looks like. As long as it does what it's supposed to do.
That robot gave less than a half a glass that time, and they cut away before it served that drink.
I really question why they stuck with the cyber branding. That's gonna. I think that might
Because
change.
Elon wanted it. That's why he wants to call it that. You can't really argue with him.
I think it's gonna change. I think by the time this thing ships, it's not gonna be called Cybercab. Because by the time this thing
Johnny
ships,
Cab.
they will have canceled the Cybertruck line. By the time this thing ships.
Most of the people around this car are Tesla employees.
Mm-hmm. But the people about to get in aren't.
No, I know, but like, look how close they are. They're just like ready to dive in front of a door that
There's
decides to
Marquez.
close.
He's up next. Yeah, that's ugly. I'm sorry, that's not a good-looking car. But then again, like, you don't get the best-looking car for $30,000 or less usually. You know, I don't know.
Why couldn't we get the technology of these cars, but the look of like the 1930s World's Fair instead?
Yeah, I mean,
because that stuff looked rad, but like none of it worked, or it was all concept,
it was all proof of
right?
concept,
Like,
or yeah.
Is Elon still there hanging out with people, or did he literally just go home to play Diablo?
Where else is he gonna go, man? He's got nowhere else to go.
He's
Home to play
probably
Diablo.
gone by now.
So he's like, let's party, and he's like, I am out of here.
Yeah. I've basically taken over the Shacknews Twitter. I'm just posting what I think.
I wonder what it's like to change those tires. Like, how do you even get in underneath that hubcap?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, good point, TJ. The maintenance. Who does maintenance on these things when they break and they have to be towed somewhere if they break down?
Like, wait until it rains and water
That is
and mud get in there.
I didn't think it was possible to make an uglier looking car than the Cybertruck, but they did. The back of these things is hideous.
And then they went and rolled out like a twofer and showed off the side of the Robovan.
They literally were like, we just took a dumpster and flipped it upside down and threw some wheels on it. And now you can fit 20 people in it. Congratulations, Elon. So here's a question for the remaining Shackers here in the Discord and people watching. Would you buy the stock tomorrow on this?
God, no.
God, no. No.
Lol. Absolutely not.
I'm glad I
Pricey
bought
for
some
me,
put
dude.
options.
Way too pricey for me.
I'm very vocal that I think the stock's going lower. I own the stock. I'm not happy that it's going lower, but I am hedging it.
Was I having a fever dream, or did Elon say that he believes that this is going to be ready in full capacity by 2027?
And then, yeah, he did say that. And then he immediately said, I tend to be optimistic with these things. So he goes, it's going to be ready sometime in 2026. Oh, I tend to be optimistic with these things.
He said
so...
before 2027.
Before 2027. It's like, that's the same fucking thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like the doors. I think the doors are bad. I think the hub, I just don't like the rims. I don't like the cyber branding. I don't like any of this. Maybe it's just not for me. You know? It's fine. Not every Tesla has to be for me. Also,
I mean, it might work in some places. It might work better in some places than others.
Marquez is officially on. He's on his test drive. Good news, everyone. In case you were worried, Marquez Brownlee is getting his demo.
Did he make
Like-
it? Is he okay?
Like
he's in it right
self-opening, upswinging doors were already solved on a whole bunch of luxury vehicles. Why does this open like vertically out from the vehicle?
Yeah, you know what? I bet it's using a similar joint to the Model X or something. Like there's probably something in their factory that they're already using. They decided to
How
do
would you
this.
do gull-wing doors then? Like, what other ways could the door open that's more effective? Is my question.
Like luxury vehicles have already got it to
Oh.
where like they like are on a rotation system and like roll straight up.
Up, not out. Up, like straight up, Greg, like vertically.
Okay. Okay.
Because then you don't have any clearance issues on the side.
You've seen the way a Lamborghini's
or you do it
doors
like-
open, haven't you?
You do it like how my Model X doors open. They open up and then out. That's two
I thought your Model
hinges,
X
though.
was like gold wing doors, right? Like on the DeLorean, like those types of doors.
They're called Falcon Wing doors because Elon's a dork.
Falcon wing doors. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, the clearance to me looks okay. Like, I mean, like I try to get out of my car, opening my door the normal way in my garage. I could barely get out. That way, I could get out easier for sure.
It's just where the hinge is. Yeah, I agree with what Axe is saying, is that they're putting the hinge on the front, and that has something to do with it.
Cost, maybe, weight. I don't know. There's a lot of things that go into that design. Why they
Also,
need to put
like,
it there, right?
I don't know, guys. How often do you get in a cab where it's sufficient for only 2 passengers?
No, Uber requires you to have 4 doors.
Yep.
What did we just?
Yeah, that's
This is.
basically
I'm
what
only
it
seeing 2 people get in this.
Yeah.
That's not adequate to replace cabs. And,
And the
you're-
problem is that going to that big bus thing that they
Robovan's
showed,
going to be stupid because if you let's say you
Too
have 4
big.
people, right?
yeah, it's too big.
I'm not taking 2 Cybercabs when I could take a regular car. I guess that's what the Y and the 3 are for. But like,
Yeah.
who the hell is the Cybercab for?
Yeah, they should have showed if they were gonna.
Like a bus. Oh no, Cybercab. I don't know. Like I said, like city commuting, right? City commuting. You call the cab, you pull it in.
Why
I
would
wonder
you buy it?
why they're so crazy about not letting people touch the robots. Like, I just need to know if one of these things has like snapped an arm.
Definitely.
Well, there was a medical emergency right before the show.
But like, look, they're like
He's like keeping that guy away.
theoretically, if you bump at the robot, like I honestly don't think it's because they're afraid that the robot is going to hurt anybody. I bet you its balance is terrible.
Yeah,
and they're
it'll
afraid
fall
it's
over.
going to knock it over.
It's
It'll fall
eggshell
over.
fragile. There's no way it's not breaking if someone knocks it over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think the problem they're scared of is that just a tiny bump would knock it over.
Yeah.
And the last thing they want to do on video is see one of the robots topple over.
Yeah.
Mm.
That was the worst thing that ever happened to Honda with the Osmo project when they fell down those stairs.
I remember Osmo.
Yeah.
Why
I am
are these
Osmo.
robots just Fortnite dancing?
It's for 9 to 5 workers at big cities who want to pretend they have a chauffeur. Okay. I get that.
Yeah, commuter car.
I think as a car, it's fine. Like, I understand a 2-seater car. I think a 2-seater vehicle that's supposed to be used as a carriage service, I think is stupid. That's what I don't get. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Also, if we
I
send me
could
that
s-
picture of Elon with the stair, the unedited one.
What what are you talking about? The
Little stair
I think-
Elon picture used for the starting soon. But
The
without
one
the
where he's
screen.
shaking Trump's hand.
oh
Yeah.
that cursed image. Yeah, hold on.
I'm gonna
I
put
could
it,
see
I'm
a
gonna make,
use
I'm gonna make it as a
for-
temp thumb until I get the thumb game caught up.
Here you go.
If they can find a place where Robotaxi
You might have to
cab
change
or
the
whatever
aspect
fuck
ratio, Greg. But there you go.
can be deployed in like a closed Like not as closed as it is now, but in like a closed way. Like maybe it's taxiing people around like a giant amusement park or something like that. Like I could see that being somewhat useful
Sure,
or like a
sure.
very early adoption.
Yeah, sure. Like at a Disney World, I could see that.
Yeah, like that's where it's got to start, right?
But you know what
like, it's
Disney
not...
World has that's better? A monorail.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
You're
that's
asking
what I'm
the
like.
United States to
I
invest
would
in a train
rather
system.
society focus on railways than this as a mass transit solution. I understand why we focus on road-based mass transit because we are America, but like, I would love a high-speed railway system more than I'd love any of these things.
Dude, after coming back from Japan and seeing how good their trains are, like coming back here, it's like atrocious. But we're not gonna do anything until literally no one can move on the freeway, and it takes 6 hours to go 30 miles. Then we might do something.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Even then, it's going to take years, Greg.
One of the reasons we want the excuses they don't use it is like, oh, it's gonna take 2 years and shut the freeways down, no one can get to where they're going. So we'll just wait until like you literally can't move on the freeway, and then we'll do something.
Funny story. Do you remember the mayor of Toronto who was a crackhead?
How
This was years ago.
Rob
the Ford
Ford?
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. His brother is the premier of Ontario. A while back, Ontario sold a highway, the 407 highway, to a private investor for something like $3 billion or something like that. Now, it's now a toll road, so nobody ever uses it. Now they're talking about building a tunnel under Toronto, and then someone was like, well, we could just buy the highway back. Now the highway is priced at like $40 billion.
Oh, jeez.
So if they buy the highway back, they're going to take a $37 billion loss just to alleviate the traffic concerns they created when they got rid of it in the first place. It's
Hey, I see a Model X. There's one Model X there.
You know what you didn't see? A Roadster.
No, thanks. Thanks for reminding me.
Didn't even get a
I think that
mention of it.
purchase might be worse than Modojo.
Modojo was pretty bad.
It's real. It's like neck and neck. What was the worst business? Well, business decision. One's clearly worse. But
we gave it the old college try with Modojo.
Huh?
Yeah, but there's no robot playing foosball.
Yeah, but see, Ozzy, I don't go to my bank and say I can't make my mortgage, but I gave it the old college try.
Maybe you don't.
Yeah, right.
That is an ugly car. It's even uglier from the sky.
I'm telling you, from behind and above it, it is horrible looking. Like, ugh.
I tell you, I just want it to, as long as it works. If it just worked, it could be the ugliest thing in the world. I don't care, as long as it gets me to and from the airport without having to pay for parking, and like I could sleep. Or Cal, get me to and from SoCal just to sleep. I don't care what. It could look like a box on wheels. I don't care.
I
They
can
have the
still
most
sleep in an
random
Uber.
shit at this event.
That guy just missed every but one shot.
I saw that.
Poor,
And his
poor
hands were
Forrest.
halfway up there, TJ. All he had to do was let go of the ball.
7 shots, 1 basket.
I like this projector thing they have going on. So that demo with Elon showing up in the Cybercab, that was the only time they were showing off that laser projection thing. So that must have been like a modified version of the vehicle or something. Huh. Also, notice how they're not demoing RoboVan?
Yeah. It did pull up, though.
Yeah. But we don't know if that was pre-programmed or not.
Oh, I bet it was.
You know what I mean? Like, there's so much stuff here that it's hard to really believe anything I just saw. I will trust like the opinions of people who tested it, but like, I don't know. This felt
But
like
you're right.
This felt like a bunch of promises and not a whole lot of actual stuff.
We don't know how this stuff, like these robots that are sitting there and dancing, like they're programmed to dance. You know what I mean? Like it's not a
Oh, is it
natural
over?
reaction they're having.
Did the
I
stream
think
cut
it's
off?
actually over. Yeah.
No, it went black.
Oh, it's back. It's not a natural reaction that they're having. Like they're programmed to do this.
Yeah.
And I would bet the same thing with the vehicles. Like this is not just an open-ended, oh, they're going to drive in a loop. Like, they have been specifically programmed to do exactly what they're doing this evening and nothing more, nothing less.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
'cause
can
think there's a lot of
divulge.
laws in place, Bill, to like they can't have them go on the freeways, they can't have them go in the city. Like I think there's weird.
No. And it's a
legality.
liability, right? They have people there. Like,
But they have a
everything
big
that they're
ass
working
track in Fremont, Greg. That's private roads that they can show cars off on. They test all of their vehicles in Fremont that way. There's like airstrips. They could do it there. There's all sorts of places where you can drive non-street legal vehicles and you can rent time for that. They did this because this was a simulated like real world, right? So it looked, oh wow, look, this is kind of like the streets. Problem is, this is a demo where there are no pedestrians, there are no non-Tesla vehicles on the roads, right? It's I don't know.
There's not even traffic lights.
Yeah, there's no traffic lights.
Yeah.
There's no stop signs. So it's like, I don't know. I don't trust this.
I mean, I did this in Vegas 5 years ago. There was a guy in the car, but it drove us from one area to another through
The Waymo.
traffic lights. Yeah, like
Yeah.
But, like there was a guy in there who could take control just in case. But like that was a cool concept. But this is, I want to see it. I'm with you guys. I want to see it go into a city street trying to maneuver.
Man,
without
Pac-Man.
What? It's bad. It's bad when people at your RoboCar event are playing Pac-Man instead. That's not a good thing. But at least they gave them things to do, I guess.
It's just stuff to do while you wait for your turn to the cyber car or whatever, the cyber taxi, robo, Johnny Cab, whatever. But that's what I'm saying. Like, why are you waiting to like? I mean, I want to see inside it. I guess I wouldn't really want to drive it because like I've been in self-driving cars before. They have in San Francisco, GDC. I got it one, the Google car, whatever. Awesome. You rode
Waymo.
one of those, haven't you? Yeah. Like, okay. Like, it has 1 million sensors and probably a shit ton of paperwork to be in the city. But like, I've done this. Like, the only thing I guess it's just affordability and like, how is it better, right? Like, is it cheaper and is it better, right, than what we have now?
Like,
we don't know.
I need to see this operate in pouring rain. And that's why when they're like, oh, it's going to be in Texas and California in 2025. I'm like, yeah, it doesn't rain that much in those states.
Yeah, it doesn't rain here.
That's why they're doing it there.
2 days a year. We get 4 inches of rain a year.
Yeah. So I'm like, I don't know about all that. I'm not too, I don't know. I'm definitely skeptical.
We're rushing, like, it's exciting, right? And we all want to rush to it as fast as humanly possible because it is cool if I could call a cab and drive it all the way to SoCal and sleep on the way there and avoid going to the airport and paying $600 to fly a round trip. Like, that's a cool idea, and it makes life more convenient, and everyone wants it. But it's whether that's going to happen sooner or later is the problem. It's not ready yet. It's just not ready.
Yep. Yeah, that's fine, Bill. Yeah, we can all get out of here. We're done. I think that there were basically just 2 stories that we wanted to hit. One was the Robovan, one was the Cybercab.
We got 3.
We did? What was the other one?
Robotaxi called Cybercab, the price, and the Robovan.
No, I merged the name of it into, yeah, it's just 2.
Oh.
I merged Cybercab and the price of it into one
Gotcha.
story just to make Donovan's life easier.
If anyone needs articles, the video, the VOD is in there. I'll get this. The VOD with no reactions in there. I'll get this one up right away.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyone watching have any questions? How many DJs are there? That's a good question, Lucci. I don't know, man. Too many. Yeah, that thing from behind is hideous. I don't know. My real question is like, what's uglier, the Cybertruck or Cybercab?
Oh, the Cybertruck. I
Okay.
think it's
Cybertruck's uglier.
Okay, so then what's uglier, Cybertruck or Robovan?
Robovan.
Cybertruck.
I think I'm still gonna go Cybertruck.
Wow.
I hate the look of the Robovan. It's stupid.
Also, what are the chances that the Cybercab door will cut your finger off?
I shake it even all chances are
60%?
high.
Because that happens with the hood on the
Cybertruck.
What top speed are they using at the event? I mean, that's a great question. I have no idea, Pete01.
Based on
regulations going to be in place.
Probably
based on what
25
happened
miles
with
an hour.
the Based on what happened with the Cybertruck, if you try to get on the Cybertaxi and the door starts closing halfway, will it bisect you?
Mm-hmm. Based on what Elon was saying, where elevators are chopping people in half, yeah, probably.
Yeah, that famous elevator murdering people demographic.
He's so fucking weird. Let's see, has he tweeted since the event?
He might have just been like trying to compare it to a safety concern. Because those things were pretty dangerous in the 20s.
There have been 100 years since then.
True.
I guess just if you want a stock takeaway from this event, what he just said won't affect this year's results at all. They might affect next year's results a little, and they will affect 2026, at least expectations for 2026.
Yeah.
Nothing.
He falls behind. Yep.
Nothing is going to change this year's results. And things are going poorly this year. They're not growing as fast as they have been. The deliveries have slowed. And demand for Cybertruck is falling off a cliff. Is this going to increase demand for Cybertruck? I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, like 15, 20, 25 mile an hour. And yeah, they're in traffic too, right? There's multiple cyber vehicles like kind of going around in like a caravan. So I don't think anyone's going too fast. That's the other thing. Like, yeah, if they showed this on a highway, Greg, maybe I would have more confidence that it could drive you from San Francisco to LA. You know what I mean? Like, this is a very hermetically sealed demo that doesn't make me trust it at all.
Or like the better way to do it would be like set up like something with the city to do it through Hollywood. Ugly. Like have people do it in Hollywood and like film that. Like have it be really actually on the roads in like the Hollywood Hills. And then film with a drone.
The slow pan. The slow pan of the cyber van is so fucking ugh. I don't know.
I mean, I could see the cyber van as something like a theme park. Also, remember we had to ride that terrible bus?
And Disney
made you ride the bus?
Orlando?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that situation where that would work, right?
Sure.
A nicer thing that's automated that you don't have to share, like, you know what I mean? That's nice and clean, and yeah. There's a situation.
Why are we assuming that public transportation is going to be magically cleaner in the cyber future?
No, it's not. It's going to be fucking terrible. We have no respect in this country for anything.
People are going to be pooping and throwing. What? Wait,
yeah.
Did I just see the Batmobile?
Yes, I'm looking at it right now because you already deleted. Well, the Twitch stream is delayed just a sec, so I got to see it.
I'm posting screenshots in the headlines channel. It's midnight. I shouldn't be. I'm not even supposed to be here. Yeah. Okay. Well, hey, everyone who watched, thanks for watching. Really do appreciate you for tuning in. Interesting. Slinky Jim thinks that the bus was the best thing. They should call the door the guillotine. Yeah, I like that. I'm curious though, like, Greg, would you try would you try to make your car a Robotaxi if given the option?
Me? Probably not, because I don't really like. I'm a bad example, but no, I don't think so. I don't want it to be a Robotaxi. That's my car. Insurance is going to go through the roof already for it. But I mean, the fact that I like the idea though that it's kind of like they made this uniform any car. Whether it works or not, it's another story. But like they made this foundation they could build on instead of having come in, get all the cameras swapped out, come in, get a new thing. Like it just automatically works. That hindsight is kind of cool. You know.
So yeah, if you're not already, these are all the places you can follow us. We're everywhere. Shacknews is inevitable at this point, right? I think that might be our new slogan. Is it social? Yeah, social. Shack. Bitcoin City will run like this. Will be crazy. Thank you. Wow, we got a follow from Taco Bell. Thank you so much, Taco Bell. I don't know. Do we have a Bubbletron thing? We do? No, we don't.
Lower the price of the $5 burrito, Taco Bell.
Bring back the Frito burrito.
Yeah.
Give us that volcano menu.
All the Frito-Lay crossover stuff. Like do they still have the Locos Tacos?
That's disgusting.
I was never a fan of the Locos Tacos, but that Frito burrito off the dollar menu, like that thing was great.
Taco Bell said, sure. We're making moves here.
There you go. See, we have influence.
We did it.
What about like you take Mountain Dew, like what are like a Code Red like smoothie or like icy?
God, vomit.
Toilet after, yes.
That's a given.
Also, we were at PAX. What did you like of the tacos? I gave you shit for not liking something on the tacos. I can't remember what it was.
I don't remember what it was. I think it's because I keep getting my tacos plain because I'm weird.
You don't like salsa, or like what was it? You don't like salsa?
I'm not a salsa guy.
Yeah, I don't like salsa on my tacos either. I don't like salsa on tacos. It's different when you have like hot sauce from Taco Bell. That's not salsa. That's just liquid, right?
I gotta have a spice on my tacos. That's just the way it is.
Yeah,
I get my spice from the seasoning.
I'm just so old I can't eat spicy food anymore. So, one of life's greatest.
I'm getting there, but I'm fighting it. I'm fighting it with every ounce of my being because I love spicy food.
Right
I think I'm losing that. I think I'm losing that battle. Stay tuned for that one.
Yeah, me too. I already lost it, but I still enjoy tacos, so it's not the end of the world. But hey, we hope you stick around, Taco Bell, because we do stream other stuff here, gameplay videos. I think TJ, you did like a stream where you were showing off your TGS Fatal Fury gameplay yesterday, or was that just a video?
That was a video that's up on Shacknews right now.
Sorry, Greg did a Dragon Age stream here a few weeks ago that was like that. But yeah, so yeah, follow us in these places. If you haven't, follow us here. And then I don't think I dropped our YouTube channel. That's going to be where the VOD is for this if you want to re-watch this with us. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, everyone. We're going to be streaming Mario Kart 8 Deluxe tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern from the Shacknews Intergalactic headquarters. So if you're into that, make taco like Wendy's old jalapeno popper salad. Okay.
That just made my stomach go.
Grumble, grumble, grumble. I just realized I was supposed to write evening reading, and I didn't because I was here doing this for Shacknews. What am I supposed to do?
You have so much content for it now.
I do. I really do.
Dude, content. If someone says the word content, I'm going to scream.
Content.
It's too much content.
Content.
It's too much.
Content.
There's too much content. No,
Check out our evening reading posts every night, everyone. We write good stuff. We have fun with it.
It is interesting. Content. Hey, Greg.
Yeah.
Content.
God damn it. My hair stands up and I look around me. There's too much. You don't understand. The content closet's too full. I haven't slept in months. I can't close the door.
That is the ugliest. It looks like an iron. It looks like they're like, hey,
the iron on the Monopoly board?
No, like worse. Definitely worse than the Monopoly iron. Slinky
It looks
Jim
like
says, I am content.
It looks like the front of a Rug Doctor carpet cleaner.
Yes. That's exactly what it looks like. A carpet cleaner. It looks like the front of a carpet cleaner. That's right. Ugh, God. Really, really interested to see where the stock opens tomorrow. Very interested to see where that happens. But yeah, that'll do it. Thanks for watching, everyone. And I'll leave you with this horrifying image of Elon Musk. How about that? Does that make sense? Seems like a good way to go out.
Yeah.
What did I do? Fit, scaling, transform, fit to screen. There you go. Ta-da! There you go. Bye, everybody.
Take care, y'all.
I didn't know we were doing Mario Kart tomorrow. You sent me to that Amazon screening.
I know.
No, also you're gonna play on the Switch during the